William O'Connor, Coolageela, Kanturk, and I'm a suckling farmer. I carry 40 suckling cows, limousine, Charlie cows, and I joined the scheme in IRD in 2019, and I find a great benefit to the farm. I got roadways done, and there's silt traps done, and there's ponds done, and it has made the farm very, very easy to manage since it has been done. I find a lot of benefits by it.
The Duhallow Farming for Blue Dot Catchments project is a European Innovation Partnership initiative that works with farmers in a North Cork subcatchment of the Munster Blackwater to protect and restore rivers to high status. Farmers are rewarded for maintaining high quality habitats, buffers and other measures that protect water quality. Funding is also provided to farmers to install capital actions through an additional proposed works system. Farmer knowledge transfer is another important part of the project, where farmers can visit other farms to see measures installed in the project or attend workshops and talks about relevant topics such as catchment science and soil health. Through the project's additional proposed work system, William has installed a couple of rainwater harvester systems in his yard. These reduce the amount of water flowing off farm roofs and across the farmyard or into drains. William has upgraded his farm road to prevent any farm runoff to the River Allow. Previously, this road was a potential pathway for farmyard runoff as well as public road runoff into the river. The road was cambered, meaning a slant was put on it to direct water into the field, and a stone sump was placed at the side of the road to allow water to soak through during heavy rainfall. At the very bottom of the road, a small bund was installed. This was planted with hawthorn, just to make sure that absolutely no water can get off the farm road and into the river. William has also installed an in-drain sediment pond in a farm drain to allow sediment to settle and deposit in the pond, rather than simply heading down the drain and into the river.
Yeah, this is a pond that was done in 2020, and it's taking all the sediment out of in the drains, because it's higher, and to stop any sediment going to the river really. And it is working very well. It is about 6 feet deep at the minimum. It seems to be working very well.
Excessive sediment deposition is a big problem for rivers, as they can carry phosphates into water, and it also blocks the spaces between rocks on the riverbed, where fish lay their eggs and where insects that make up an important part of the aquatic food chain live. Important to note is that sediment can pose a particular threat to the critically endangered freshwater pearl mussel by clogging up gravelly riverbeds that they need to survive. The River Allow is an important freshwater pearl mussel river on the Munster Blackwater. The project team worked with William's neighbouring farmer as well to make a network of sediment ponds on this drain. After water overflows from William's pond, it then enters a drain that flows into his neighbour's 2-chamber sediment ponds, and from there into a wetland, also within this drainage network. This ensures that very little to no sediment enters the river from this drain. Other important measures installed under the project are sustainable crossing points. Where cattle once crossed over farm drains, causing erosion and sediment deposition, corrugated pipes were placed in the drain and covered over with pencil to keep water clean. While this is a small measure in the grand scheme, this can be a very important measure on a blue dot water body, as high status species can be sensitive to even minor stressors. A very clever solution that William developed and received funding from the project for was the tapping of a spring on his out farm to provide water to the farm. This eliminates the requirement for cattle to access the river to drink, and it also saves William from having to carry tanks of water to the farm during summer months.
I just see here for water for cattle that there was a natural spring inside the field, and we dug a base, a concrete base down 5 feet, and put a big concrete pipe into it and put a 3/4 inch alkali out of it, and put a pipe back into, as you see, back into the ditch, and it would water any amount of cattle. The amount of water, the overflow of it is the amount of water it would water anything. It is very simple.
Solutions like this are incredibly important. Not only does this solution remove cattle drinking points on the river, it also means that the farmer is not extracting from the river during droughts, when rivers are becoming increasingly dry, especially as climate change intensifies. Through the results-based payment system of the project, William receives a payment every year for keeping important measures on his farm, including semi-natural grasslands and vegetated in-drain buffers. Semi-natural grasslands are very important for many terrestrial species, including invertebrates and birds. When managed sustainably, with little manure applied, they also benefit water quality. Reseeding into ryegrass swards can allow sediment to enter water bodies during ploughing, and ryegrass swards also need heavier inputs of fertilizer. Vegetated drains are a key buffer measure for blue dot water bodies. Allowing scrubby vegetation, such as willow, brambles and gorse, to vegetate drains slows the flow of water during heavy rain. Changes to the physical characteristics or the hydromorphology of rivers is the greatest pressure on blue dot water bodies. This can be caused by excessive sediment deposition that arises through bank erosion, which can be exacerbated by exceptionally heavy flows due to intensive land drainage on farms, bogs, or forestry. Vegetation within farm drains stabilises the banks, reducing erosion and sedimentation, and can also capture debris and sediment that would otherwise end up being deposited into the river. William is also rewarded through the project's results-based payment system for keeping exceptional in-stream woody debris on his farm. Mature trees, mainly willow or sallies, that extend into the river have many benefits for blue dot rivers. The roots of these mature trees stabilise the riverbank naturally. Again, they capture debris and slow the flow, reducing the power of the river and its ability to erode riverbanks. Slowing the flow using in-stream woody habitat also naturally reduces the impact of flooding on downstream towns, a true ecosystem service. In-stream woody debris also provides a refuge for many species, such as young fish, during flood events. The ecosystem services provided by William's farm are essential for blue dot rivers. The Duhallow Farming for Blue Dot Catchments project aims to fairly reward farmers like William, who indeed farm for blue dot catchments.